All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Flip Thought Show. It's your host with the most, King Truth, Hosenberg, Benny Bo, the one with the word and the one with the flow. And we coming at you live, man, at 2:18. And we got a special guest with us right here, man. Go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself, where you from, and how long you been doing music for, bro.
What's up with it, man? It's your boy Teddy Benson, man, the king of Zamunda himself. Yes, sir. I'm from Southeast San Diego. I've been doing music about 20 years, man. I started off in a choir, man, so probably like
Mm.
20 some years, man. I've been doing music for a long time, man. It's in the blood.
Okay, so you would you say so when you was a child, you was already singing in the choir? You said.
Yeah, man, since like 6 years old, man. I'm 36, man. So since like 6 years old, man, I've been already doing music.
Okay, and what made you kind of like tap in more into like the? Because I see your flow is kind of like more of like you rap, but you kind of more of a reggae type of spiritual type of lyricist.
Um, I'm a Libra, man, so I live life in a balance, man. Always standing in the gap for other people. People always are trying to pick my brain so that they can better themselves. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and I feel like because of all the shit that I've been through in life, all of the times that I failed, all my successes, that makes me a good role model for people to look up to when they're going through the same thing. Like, because a lot of people don't make music. You know what I mean? They can't hold a tone in the shower,
Yeah.
so
Yeah. Yeah.
they're looking.
Yeah. Nah, real shit. Not for
They're
real.
looking for somebody else to portray their life. You know what I mean? So they
Yeah.
can ride around in the car and feel happy, or they going through bullshit in life. So they like,
Yeah.
uh, can somebody else help me express these feelings and these pains that I got in life? And I feel like that was my lane. You know what I mean? Plus, I lived on the East Coast for a little bit, so they expect something a little different out of me.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so would you say some of your like the way you kind of got laced up into that wave was more the East Coast?
Um, really, I when I started rapping, I was listening to Def Poetry Jam. You know what I mean? So I started making poems first, so they already require a deeper element of communication, and that was already my mindset.
Okay. Okay. All right. So basically, it just more of the poetry, but in depth, and then you just kind of put a beat to it.
Pretty much. Um, I never really listened to other people's music,
Yeah.
so what I make was just all me. You know what I mean? It was like just me expressing myself outwardly, not really being influenced by other people. I kind of we weren't poor, but we were still getting community boxes. So if
Yeah.
you ain't
Yeah.
had no
Yeah. For
Walkman,
sure.
no CD player, and no money to go buy no CDs, where was you going to ingest the music from? So I would never say like I was like a super hip hop head or nothing like that when I was growing up, but watching Most Def on the Def Poetry Jam,
Okay.
that shit
Yep.
had touched me a little different. You know what I mean? Like the way that they was using their energies and they
Yeah.
rises and inflections to convey these deeper meanings, and it could be about anything. You know what I mean? From Barbie and Ken 101 is one of my favorite Def Poetry Jams. You know what I mean? To the nigga. You know what I mean? Like it's different ways and different
Yeah.
things to express yourself.
Okay. So you would say probably like one of your really only influences like that was like Most Def, basically.
Um, as far as what people will know, you know what I mean? Like Mitchy Slick was was
Of
one of
course. Of course. Of course. Shout out to Mitchy
my
Slick. Yeah.
influences. You know what I mean? Because you couldn't get away from the music. Like
Yeah. That part.
um, the the Murder Gang and the East Tripping CDs. You know what I mean? They was out and everybody was rapping those, so you really couldn't get away from those. But and then whatever you see on TV, but if you're an outside kid like me, I really ain't watching TV, and then I didn't have those things, so I really didn't have a lot of people to be influences to. Like, but when I got to like high school, like ninth grade, 10th grade,
Yeah.
uh, 12 gauge had dropped that solo bolo with a lot to say.
Shout out to
You know
12
what
gauge for
I'm saying?
sure. For
Nigga
sure. Yeah.
shot
Yeah.
today and dropped today and popped today. I'm not for play. I'm motherfucking 12G. And anyway, that was my shit. So I was like, hey, you know what I mean? Like I learned to. I feel like that was emoting right there through music. It wasn't just about being gangster. It was like being more uh, connectable in a way while
Yeah.
being gangster. You know what I mean? And so I feel like that could have like those was probably my first two like hip hop influences in Dago, and then B Stone came out with that Street Game CD, and I started listening to that. That was like B Stone. That Street Game was my first CD I ever purchased myself. So just remember
Okay.
when that CD came out. You know what I mean? That was the first CD I ever purchased for myself. I
Okay.
went in the fan bam and grabbed anything like, I need that.
Yeah. Yeah, not for sure. Like, well, because I was gonna say, like, definitely shout out to Mitchy Slick. I know. I mean, I think it was Mitchy Slick. You said 12 gauge. I don't know if I'm trying to think like if Big June was already popping around that time. But I mean, there's a lot of different people out of Dago that were already rapping at that time. That's why I was just asking, like, you know. But I would say more 12 gauge though. He's a different type of style though. Like you said, he's still gangster with it, but he's got more in depth into his lyrics. He's more of a lyricist. And I'm not saying that Mitchy Slick isn't a lyricist because they're all legends. But what I'm saying is like he's different though. That's all I was saying.
It's a the vocabulary has a wider range of connection.
Yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure.
Like,
Yeah,
go
no,
ahead,
for
bro.
sure. No, go ahead.
You know, Mitchie is like the epitome of being from the southeast.
That
It's
part.
like the epitome of being from Dago. Like it
Yeah.
don't get no more Dago than Mitchie. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
at least speaking for the blacks. You know what I mean? I don't want to take away from nobody that's representing the Southsiders and say, oh, that you don't represent Dago because it's two completely different sounds.
Yeah, of
But
course.
I feel like uh, 12 got more of an industry, had more of an industry sound at that time, like uh, the crossover outside of Dago, the you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I
No,
don't
I
know
hear
if
you.
that makes sense.
No, it
Like
makes
Mitchie,
sense.
like Mitchie rap about shit you gotta know about. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like niggas don't know where the trails is at. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Niggas don't know about sliding down this street or that street, and so that makes it highly acceptable in Dago. And now he's starting to branch out. If you listen to his newer music, you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, he's definitely.
Just it's less southeast bound and more
Mm-hmm.
worldwide acceptable. And
Yeah.
now he's touching different lands. You know what I mean? Doing more
Mm-hmm.
and being able to wiggle the way he should. But
Yeah, no, for sure. You definitely see him doing a lot more stuff with the Bay for sure. He be messing with a lot of people from the Bay. He be in LA a lot. But he be working with a lot of LA artists, a lot of Bay artists, some people in Colorado. I know he had a show in Colorado with a couple people I mess with and stuff from Inglewood family, like Munchie B and them and stuff like that. They did a show or whatever. But I know he's still authentically Dago Southeast though. But it's just the flow has adapted and grown throughout the years. That's it.
the elevation.
That part. That part. And the only reason why I asked that is, bro, because I don't really see too much of like a. Not saying that there's not hot lyricists out in Dago right now. Like you got Don Elway, you got you got a lot of other people. But I'm just saying, like it's more so like the wave right now is like the ism, the that's just
Feet.
what's popping right now. The feet, the toes. Yeah, shout out to Yabi, shout out to Keek and them, and you feel me? They're the pioneers of that, or whatever. But I'm just saying you don't really see too much of that really deep in depth, like lyricism, energy, talking about like, you know, like some therapy type of.
You see, the thing is, how I put this the best way. The Skyline niggas changed the game.
For
You know what I
surely.
mean? The Skyline niggas changed the game. Uh,
For surely.
before GPM, everybody was like really pushing the super banging. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah, that
just
East Tripping was a super banged out album, but then when they switched
we
it up with the GPM, it kind of like put some different
got
flavor on it.
they got into getting money. You feel me? Niggas start just getting money, worrying about pushing P. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And niggas was trying to get to the dollars and start having more bitches. So it changed the music vibe. So now these niggas are swinging. Now we swinging. You feel me? Now we got the parties jumping. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
we
look.
ain't even really tripping off banging on niggas on the music, nigga. We got shit turned up. Marty
Yeah.
came with the sideways shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I about to
Last
say
year,
Marty for
nigga,
sure.
blacklisted, you know what I mean? Like, so it was like that changed the pattern, our pattern changed, you feel me? But like the pimp niggas always been from Magnificent and then and Beta Barcelini, you feel me? They always been the the premiere in San Diego, like Sugar Free coming down, you know what I mean? He rapping about fucking with Mac and them, you know what I mean? Like,
Hmm.
so the ism
On the
always
track, yeah.
played,
Hmm. Yeah,
the ism always played a high. We got tricks here, you know what I mean? San Diego's a retirement city. It's a city full of money, you know what I mean? The
for sure.
prostitution always been
Yep.
rampant. So that's why the ism always gonna be well received in Dago.
Yeah, they mentioned like a lot of older legendary ism rappers, like you said, Sugar Free and people like that. They mentioned the tracks and shit in the video and shit. They off the bully, ooh, off Elcambo, like you know what I'm saying. So we're known for that shit. All I'm saying is I'm saying like lately, the last 2 to 3 years, I feel like that wave though for the younger has been popping off though. Like that's just really the wave you hear from out of Dago. Like a lot
Yeah.
of people don't even know Dago like that. They know who Yabi is. Or I mean, shout out to
You know what
Deanie
the
for sure.
wave is?
Deanie's been putting out there for sure. But
You know what the wave is, bro? It's death. Like like I said, like Dago always gonna be popping with the ism shit. That's why like Yabby and them is up there, way and them up there. Um, but niggas is killing shit. You feel me? Like Lil Weirdo ain't pimping nothing. You know what I mean? He
that part.
killing shit. You know what I mean? Memo the Mafioso ain't pimping shit. They killing shit. You feel me?
You
Like
got
these
Way too. Yeah,
kill switch. These
yeah,
niggas ain't pimping a thing. You know what I mean? These niggas is killing shit, bro. The wave is what can I wear my ski mask to and tote
yeah.
my pistol with? You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
Like
The drill and
the
the ism is popped off throughout the years for sure. You got Owe, got Memo the Mafioso, you got Kill Switch, Lil Weirdo. There's a couple other Rasa rappers like Faded to JoJo Too Faded. He be on some stuff with Lil Weirdo, Lil Maru. These are the type of people be doing like auto tune stuff. Where's Deanie at in all of this though, bro? Because I felt like he would already be like on by now because he's been pushing the shit since June, since Slick. Like you know what I'm saying?
I fuck with Timothy. You feel me? Uh, the nigga just get locked up too much. You know what I mean? And that hurt a nigga career. Like
Yeah.
certain niggas could thrive. Certain niggas could thrive off that. Like Kevin Gates was one of them niggas that thrived off getting locked up. You know what I mean? Always one of them niggas that thrives
Yeah,
off
for
getting
sure.
locked
Always
up.
thrive off that. Yeah,
They thrive off getting locked up, but then there's certain niggas that just don't thrive off getting locked up. You know what I mean? When they come back, they trying to do something different. They trying to wiggle they brain back right.
that
And
part.
uh Denny is one of them niggas that just like, hey, when he get out, let me get myself back right. You feel me? And step away from the bullshit. Some niggas go to jail once every year. Denny was going to jail like every 6 weeks. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so that fucked him up for a long minute and it stopped his output of music the way it should have been out there. But if he drop
Plus,
a
that's when
song
the
right now,
smacker. Plus, that's when the smacker gang stuff was going up too. Him, B Beathy, M Beathy, like all that. All that was the wave that was going up at that time. And then he just kept getting locked up. But D Bar was still holding it down though. He just don't
yeah,
really be making music like that anymore.
that'd be the problem. These niggas get complacent with the music, even myself. I ain't got another song dropping until June. I'm dropping a song June 19th. I ain't dropped all year. Um, Sometimes you get recluse as an artist and you forget that,
Yeah.
especially nowadays, with niggas being able to record off their phones, like, nigga, I can record some clean shit on my phone. It may not sound like it should be on the radio, but if a nigga really like it, they gonna play that shit regardless. And I could record this off my phone with a little quick program. I can get GarageBand on any MacBook and record. So we're in an
Mm-hmm.
age like, bro, if you don't drop today, you forgot tomorrow.
That part. That part. Now for sure, a lot of people be using like the Band Lab off their phone, Garage Band, Soundtrap. There's a lot of different programs you could just get right on your phone, plug your phone up to your laptop, whatever, and it sound like you in the booth. You can mix and master it yourself. And man, it might not sound clean to be on the radio, like you said. You might want to, if you're getting to that step, you might want to still go to a professional person and have it mastered real quick. But other than that, it sounds smooth.
Sound good enough to listen to in the car.
No, for sure. You could definitely blap it in the car. I'm just saying like
That's
something that completely like the clarity is A1. Not saying that the clarity is not A1, but it could be a little better though.
and if niggas like it, they ain't even gonna give a fuck if the clarity is up there like that.
You right though.
I can't. His name hard as hell. It's like JT5BJ03, like a Star Wars character or something. But he
I'm
had
trying
that.
to think.
I'ma let you go.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Love
yeah,
is
yeah, 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 yeah.
free. That song sounded like shit, but that song got a billion views. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, that shit went up for sure. Yeah, that shit went up for sure, for sure. Boom. Okay, so do you think like, cause I'm not saying like that Dago hasn't been getting put out there literally a lot, but do you think like we would be more put out there if we could, like kind of not saying with the politics, but just saying with the music though, because you do see a lot of people like, oh wait, did a song with B3, Buzz from over there, so like he didn't care about that though. It's business. I'm saying if there was a way not to bridge the gap with the politics, because I already know, you feel me? Like my big homie, he passed away. You feel me? He was from the set, all that. But like I'm saying, like with the business wise and the music, like just to get us heard more, bro. Do you feel like that would be like something that would help, or it wouldn't really matter?
You gotta just. I hate this argument, but it's the truth, Brody. We got we represent 5% of San Diego, and that's from Temecula down.
That part.
Black. You know what I mean? And out of that 5%, you got to think only 1% or less of that is actually in the hip hop consumer market. That 5% black, that's your 78-year-old granny, you know what I mean? That's your 68-year-old uncle, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's every black person in California, in San Diego. But when you look at the hip hop market, it's the same turning over 100 or 2 fans. It's like, hey man, I couldn't make it out today. It's expensive as fuck. Nigga, I gotta go to work. You know what I mean? Nigga got 2, 3 jobs. So it gotta be somebody that meets all the requirements for them to figure out, hey, you know what? I'm gonna go, I'm gonna slide left or I'm gonna slide right today. Like Yabby and them, you know what I mean? Like they meet all the requirements. Like you got a lifestyle that I want to live. You know what I mean? You make your lifestyle look fun. There's key elements to creating a fan base. You know what I mean? Like the lifestyle. What lifestyle are you? Are you a smoker like Wiz Khalifa? You know what I mean? Or are you a
Yeah.
boss nigga like Rick Ross? Do you have all the keys like DJ Khaled? Now you got your hook, line, sinker. You feel me? Now the lifestyle that I'm watching you live is enjoyable to me. I can chase that. So there's only so many people in Dago that can provide that in a true form and facet, right? So now you got 1 person or 2 people, let's say 5 people in this group, so we don't gotta figure out make it hard. They got 200 fans that they share. The little weirdo fans, the Yabby fans, you know what I mean? They all share the same 200, 300 fans, right? Because that's like the capacity
Yeah.
for San Diego market because we're only so small. Other places like LA, down south, Midwest, they have thousands and thousands and thousands of black consumers that are hungry for black music from all facets. We don't have that here in Dago. So it's not about niggas linking up together and make music over here or make music over there. It's about branching out of Dago and then forcing these niggas to accept you back here. And like Snow the Product, Snow the Product is from Dago, right? She
Oh,
went to
she is.
school at
I didn't even know that.
she graduated from Mira Mesa High School. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
her name Claudia. You feel me? She niggas know her in Dago, but she don't rep Dago because she never got no love here.
Okay.
She won the Latin Grammy Award and then did a show here. It ain't sell out. Only a couple people. If she go to somewhere else, look at her show numbers. They selling out, and she not even
Yeah.
from here. It's just San Diego's just one of those cities that like we don't give a fuck about rap. Throw a reggae concert, watch how many people come out. You know what I mean?
Not for
Throw a rock and
sure.
roll concert, watch how many people come out. It's just they don't give a fuck about rap. We have so many transplants from the military that come from bumfuck Idaho. You know what I mean? Population 2,000. They really don't give a fuck about California style of rap. They listening
Mm-hmm.
to they trying to put on for they niggas over here. Now we listening to Mo3 and fucking Zoe Simon and shit like they like.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
are these niggas and where'd they come from? Never would have known about it if we didn't have more transplants than national born people in Dago. You feel me? Then the next batch move out, they get new orders from the Navy. or ship out in the Marine Corps. Hey man, now you got to go over here. Now we got a brand new batch to come in with the next wave of down south rappers and the next wave of niggas. They was like, hey, look, this nigga popular. Look, watch this video. He got 100 bands in his arm on a video. He driving Ferraris. That's the life I want to live. Nobody wants a Honda. No young black man is aspiring to buy a Honda. Oh, I want that 2020 buy Honda, nigga. You see that shit, nigga? It got 32 miles per gallon, nigga. Damn near EV. Nobody's doing that. They dreaming about this Rari.
Yeah.
So
No,
who
for
can
sure.
I get this from? We gonna sell dope like that here in Dago. You know what I mean? If you start popping out at Raris and shit like that, you going to jail for real, for real. Like nigga, they gonna get your ass in Dago. You gotta
No, for
ride
sure.
around in the van. Niggas that sell dope in Dago is riding around in minivans. You feel
Yep.
me? In the mom van, they riding around in the Toyota. You
Or
know what I mean?
buckets,
So
just a straight bucket to make it look like they ain't really on like that.
and like I ain't on like that, bro. But
Yeah.
down south, them niggas got different policing. These niggas will shoot at the cops. They not afraid of their cops. They getting different kind of money, and they doing different kind of lifestyle. Once again, it's that hey, can I buy your lifestyle? California, you can't ride around with no titties on the drum, nigga. You stupid if you riding around with titties on the drum in the front seat. But in bumfuck,
I
it's
mean,
legal as
a
fuck.
lot of the younger heads be riding around with the switches and shit out there. Like they be thinking it's Chicago or some shit. But like I don't know. Like that's just them though. But like you don't see it that often though.
It's not illegal in half of these states that we be getting this information from. When niggas be talking about titties on the chop and shit, these niggas is from a place where that's legal. They
Yeah.
like shit. I got that too. My daddy got 50 ARs. You want to see? They riding around with shotguns on the back behind you. You know what I mean? Go
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
grab the rifle off the rack in the back of the truck. The police see it. Do the whole. And they don't even be tripping. But California try and copy that kind of shit. You feel me? You know, California is one of those states that like we see the swag and then we make it our own. Like, oh, is that what y'all doing over there? I kind of like that, but watch this. You know what I mean? Watch how Cali nigga do it. So
Yeah. No, that
niggas
part.
be trying to do it, but we just got different laws, nigga. You know what I mean? It's just different. So of course these niggas is loving these down south niggas. Every time you go to the club full of down south music,
That's all they playing in the club like that.
techno and down south music. Why?
Yeah.
Because that fits our demographic. Cater to the military niggas. Cater to the rich white folks. Them niggas, if I missed out on 5% of my money, I wouldn't give a fuck.
No, I
I
feel
wouldn't
it.
give I wouldn't give two fucks if I missed out on 5% of my money as long as I took care of the other 95%. Because the Mexicans is taken care of. They got clubs they can go to all night. Hear nothing but banda. Hear
Yeah.
nothing
No, you right.
but reggaeton. You know what I mean? All
Yeah.
night. If you black, you gotta go to a club that's gonna play some Snoop Dogg. They're gonna play a one or two Ice Cube song, like some old shit. You feel me? Whatever current Drake song it is, and then they're gonna go right back to EDM. Do the little top 40. They're gonna play top 40 on your ass all night. Justin Bieber. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's parties with
Yeah.
Justin Bieber. That's just the San Diego market. You slide up to LA, look at the difference, and
For
the
sure. Nah, real shit. That's true. No, LA be playing more like they play more of the stuff that's around that time. Like they'll play LA artists in the club. They even play some Dago artists in LA. To be honest, I went to the club. I heard some Lil Weirdo before. I heard some Yabi. Like,
they're
yeah,
gonna play it if it's popping.
yeah, that part. So okay. So you think it's not really like you said, you don't think it's really like, oh, let's go over here and like the Southeast is one. Everybody do a concert. Southeast is one. Everybody from the Southeast from every set come together and do a tape. You don't think that would go up
I
if they
think
had the right fan base? If they had the right fan base.
you playing the probability game. Every time that they go try and put together like a unity concert, it never go right because the young niggas show up. The young niggas are still trying to keep the feuds going.
Not for sure.
The old niggas don't give a fuck.
Yeah, not for sure. Real shit. Because like if you look at it like a lot of the older heads, they kind of already like not saying that they're not turning nothing down or anything, but I'm just saying like they're just not they're out the way. They ain't really worried about that shit anymore. They got kids, they got business, blah blah blah, whatever it may be. The YNs, those are the ones that are still going. trying to make some shit pop off. They want to bridge the gap more and more and more and more.
All the niggas that got a name for themselves, they already is chilling. They out the way. They 2 fingers
Yeah,
up. You know what I mean?
yeah,
All
that
the
part.
niggas just trying to build a name for themselves. They trying to tear shit up. I mean, they hands closed.
Yeah, not for sure. Yeah. Um, but I mean, I don't know. Like you said, it's really all about the fan base, though, for sure. That's really all it is. Because if you're only sharing 200 fans altogether, and like you said, people in Chicago, New York, Texas, other places in the Midwest to the South, they got over 2,000 to 1,000 consumers frequently getting their albums, tapes, singles, whatever it is, they streaming their stuff on Spotify, but they got that type of fan base. Where if they do a show, it's automatically at least 1,000 to 2,000 people up in there. Say Yabi and them do a show, they might hit 1,500, maybe a little less, maybe 1,000, maybe even 500. It just depends on how many people in that area really listen to that music.
If they do a show in Dago,
Oh,
200
and
people gonna
Dago for
show up
sure, but
for sure. Guaranteed, 200 people gonna show up. If you got 50 people that will show up every time you go do a show, you could be famous. You know what I mean? Like because that 50 people is gonna make you look good. But when you sharing the same 50, niggas is looking like, bro, didn't I just see you yesterday? I seen you last week. Now, like, nigga, I don't even want to pop up. I'm gonna see the same niggas. I'm gonna see the same whoopie wham. It never nobody knew. Nigga,
yeah,
or I'm gonna see the same performers on stage over and over that I seen for the last 55 times. I'll go see Sugar Free 55 times and never and pay the ticket every time. But I don't want to go see Whoopie Whoop Joe Blow that I went to school with. See that nigga perform 55 times. I'm tired of watching this nigga perform.
yeah. No, I feel
He ain't
it.
got no he ain't got no new niggas. I'm not missing out on nothing. You gotta feel like you missing out on something. When you watch the footage after you see a Yabby show or a Way Way and a Donna show, you feel me? Weirdo on them, you be like, damn, nigga, I missed out on something.
Yeah, they be
But then
going up. They be going
you
up
see
for sure.
you see a couple other niggas, you know what I mean, while they performing, and you be like, oh, this song cool, but then you realize that whoever recording is scared to turn the camera left or right, you know what I mean, because they don't want to show you that ain't nobody in this motherfucker.
Yeah,
Didn't nobody come to the event.
yeah. Nah, because I'm gonna say like a lot of the Yabi shows and like Little Weirdo, Way all that, they have a lot of special guests too. Like people from the Bay come up. There's other artists right there that you don't see all the time in Dago. Like
Mm-hmm.
Jacob John, they have other people. I think Shorty Baby was at one of their shows. Uh I mean Hottie Baby, they had Shorty at one of them. Like those type of people for LA artists, South artists and shit like that. It's not just them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of like that's what kind of leaves them kind of out the box like that. Like it's not just say like for example you going to see like you said somebody you went to high school with and they have maybe one person that you haven't seen before and you like it's not, you know what I'm saying. But if you bringing out three different artists from the Bay or three people from the Bay, two people from LA, and these are hot artists right now, everybody's gonna be like, oh shit, they pulled them at the show, like they're there. Oh, this
I
shit
need
must be
action
worth
at that.
watching.
I need action at that. I don't need to see the homie that I seen perform the same 9 songs over and over. You know what I mean? I don't need to see that. I love you. You know what I mean? I'll be front row. If you ever see me at a show, I'll be standing right in front of the stage, gigging with the artist. Like, hey
Yeah,
man, I'm not too big. I don't give a fuck if my music is bigger or better than yours. As long as you up there doing your thing, I'm up here fucking with you. But I don't need to see you do that 22 times, especially if it wasn't that great.
yeah, nah, for sure. Nah, it has to like you said, it has to be something that you felt like you missed out on, like a special thing, something that you ain't gonna see all the time. Something's gonna catch you. Not something like, okay, well, I went to Bro's show last week. He had the same people there. He just brought one new person this time. I don't know if I'm gonna stay for the whole show. You feel me? I love and support. do your thing, bro. You feel me? You know, feel me? Shout out to the town, but I'm probably gonna be out of there by like the third or fourth song. I'm not gonna just stay for it.
And then a lot of niggas, when they pull up, niggas pulled up for them, it's over. You know, hey, you perform? What time you performing? Niggas want to know. That's what they ask you. What time you performing? Oh, you going 11:15? Cool. I'll be there at 11 o'clock. I'm offended.
Mm-hmm.
Pester you. I'm gonna pester you for 15 minutes about when you going up because you said 11:15, but it's 11 o'clock and you ain't on yet, so I can get up out of here
Yeah,
immediately.
no, for sure, for sure. The other people, they're not gonna stay for him. Like, oh, okay, you're on at what time? Okay, I'll be back at that time.
And that's it. We ain't staying for nothing else.
Nah, for sure, for sure. I mean, I feel like it's really just the marketing though, bro. Like that's what you said. Like San Diego just got a small group of people that are really like distributing and promoting shit out there like that, like for marketing. Like it's just a small group. Like you see a lot of Dago artists go to LA, their shit go up off of like maybe they was doing it, pushing it for 2-3 years out in Dago, and they go to LA. Now their shit's not, or maybe not on the radio, but it's viral after like a week to 2 weeks.
A lot of that's luck too.
Yeah, you're right.
A lot of that's who can I bump into, and a lot of that's budget. You know what I mean? Not only is it more expensive to live in LA, now you got to pop up and show out. Now you got now when you go to the event, you got to put that extra couple dollars into your outfit because you finna go party with Jamie Foxx now instead of Jaquan and T Hoodie. You know what I mean? You
Yeah,
finna go party with P Diddy and Usher. You know what I mean? Like so now the value of what you post on social media is a motherfucker. You know what I mean? The value of what I'm posting. Now I'm posting pictures uh in front of the Shah Rula. You know what I mean? Now I'm on G5 flights. Now I'm doing
yeah,
something that you can once again tap into. I'm buying the lifestyle. I'm buying okay, cool.
yeah. That
Sometimes that
lifestyle you could
lifestyle
tap into.
it's hard for niggas like D Smoke. Like look at D Smoke. When the last time you even thought about D Smoke?
I was gonna ask, like, when's the last time he put anything out? Because he's hot, bro. Like that's a hot lyricist with some bars right there. Like he was really going up for a little bit. I about to say,
I,
what really even happened to bro? I know he did a song with Slick though.
honestly, bro, probably put out something in the last month or two. It's just that niggas ain't looking
See
for
and
that.
that,
I,
yeah. See,
I can't buy that lifestyle. What lifestyle am I buying from you? Smart nigga?
yeah, he definitely worked with the thesaurus though. He has some big words in his bars for sure. So yeah, I could see why you say that.
But what's the lifestyle? Like, you know what I mean? Like, nigga, I ain't got nothing to buy from you. You came through with super lyrics. You had a chance to expose your super lyrics to the world, and that got you first place on the talent show. And then after that, niggas realized I don't want to hear that. This is cool. I like your artistry, but I don't want to hear that.
Yeah, no,
I
for sure.
appreciate the fact that you can rap in Spanish and in English, but my boy, I want you to rap in English for me all the time, always. Give me quick one bar in Spanish and get back to that nigga shit. But it's a gimmick. You know what I mean? Like, but once again, there's no lifestyle to buy from you. Niggas they got lifestyle to buy, like they they're gonna make it further every time.
Yeah, not for sure, for sure. Let's see, like that's like you say D Smoke, maybe like what's his name? Where D Vicious at? I haven't heard him put nothing out in a minute.
That nigga acting and shit.
Oh, okay.
That nigga
That's the
acting.
lane he's in right now. Okay.
That nigga be acting. He be getting. That gangster life. That's my nigga life. Pendletons and Chucks. You feel me? So there's a need for that kind of shit when people be making movies and shit. So that nigga be getting on them sets.
Nah, for sure. For sure, for sure. I mean I mean Juice Lee doing that. Juice Lee got a show on Tubi.
Do we?
Mm-hmm. Footville.
My nigga Warren P.
He really popping his that's like a whole, yeah, I think it's been out for like 2 years now. He has 3 seasons. If I'm correct. But
I
yeah.
ain't watched the Narrow one.
But see, okay, but so with him, like that's the lifestyle. That lifestyle just the ism though.
You know,
But I mean, some people are intrigued by that.
some people are intrigued by that, and
Yeah,
he got them same fans. You know, Dago's one of them spots that's like, did you gangbang successfully? Was you a factor? If you was a factor, it don't matter how good your rap skills are, nigga. You Gucci. You know what I mean?
yeah, no, that's
As long
true.
as niggas say you was a factor, it's like nigga, it's like you bought a rap career with your prison escapades and shit.
No, that
Like,
part, that part.
but
There's a lot of people that aren't heard just because they're not part of that lifestyle though. They maybe grew up in the southeast, but they wasn't from the east. They wasn't from the dip. They wasn't from the ocean. They wasn't a keyway from the 40s or they were not from the 30s or or the coast. But they just were a rapper around all that. They're not gonna get heard as much as the person that was a factor from the dip or a factor from the east or from the ocean or just anywhere out of the southeast more so. That's part of the thing too. I feel like Dago has like if you're not portraying, even if you're portraying, because you can even go back to Ryan Anthony. Ryan Anthony's not from a gang, but he made the Dago anthem and got everybody on the song and all that, and still
but
was
even but even him, it started with a different move. You feel me? Like his rise to stardom came way before the Dago anthem. You know what I mean? When he went and signed with him and Ryan Bowers had the group with the Incredibles. You feel me? So
yeah.
he already had a buzz before that. He just wrote it. You know
I
what I
mean, he
mean?
was under Nick for a little bit. He was Nick's intern for a little bit, and he said he was trying to soak up as much as he can from Nick, and then he went back to Dago. He said he made that song when he wasn't even in Dago. He made that the tape, the Barely See the Beach tape when he was in LA.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you know, I used to fuck with Ryan. You know what I mean? He used to come by the studio when I was on Island Swag a lot, and we used to chop it up. So I'm aware of their situation, but that's neither here nor there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, not for sure, for sure. Nah, only reason why I said
R.I.P.
that is just
Ryan.
because, yeah, no, for sure, rest in paradise. But I was gonna say like, just the only reason why I bring that up is because like he was somebody, like you said, he was somebody way before the Dago anthem, but he was also a producer before all that. He was producing for Storm and Normie. He was producing for a couple other people. Like he was somebody that's making beats and just producing, but
Norman
nobody knew that.
Stackerville.
Yep.
I didn't know that until you told me that right now.
Oh, for real? No, yeah. He actually shout out to Hoodie from the Hood. He did an interview with bro. Um, and he was breaking it down, basically saying,
My nigga Hoodie, shout out Hoodie.
for sure. He was breaking it down basically how he came up. Like when he was in high school, he was producing and making beats for Storm and Norman. I forgot who else it was. It was Storm and Norman. I think it might have been Psych and somebody else. But yeah, nah, I feel like a lot of people though they started off as producers though before they hopped into that lane for the rapping though, at least in Dago, because you see the beats like Nick Knox was a rapper before he was a producer.
A producer.
Yeah,
Yep.
but I mean, like I said, bro, like you said, like it's really the fan base thing. It's really just creating the fan base. And I was gonna say the only reason why I say that and I'll tap into this is I feel like you don't really get as much love as you would out in California, Dago wise, as you would out in India, Japan, the UK, Europe. So when I look at my analytics, even from the podcasting and from the music that I put out, that's the biggest fan base that I have. People in India, the UK, Europe, Ireland. Like
And
once you
those numbers are starting to slow down, though, because now they have equal quality music. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense to you the way I put it, but 20 years ago, UK rap was trash.
compared to now,
So
yeah, for sure. Hmm.
Chinese rap was trash. So they couldn't wait to listen to like, oh, this is hip hop. You feel me? Like I'm getting it in its purest form. I'm getting it the way it's supposed to sound at its epitome. It just sounds like y'all copying and being posers. Like this sound weird. But Tupac, Snoop Dogg, that's it right there. You feel me? Like this, that shit. They can rap Tupac word for word better than people in America. But now, fast forward 2025, you know what I mean? They got Bad Bunnies and fucking
What's the name?
Burner Boys
Central
and
C, Burner Boy. Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like each country has somebody that's doing the music at the same level that America is doing it. You know, like we the plateau. Like for most sounds, for movies, for sports outside of soccer. You know what I mean? Like we the plateau. Like we the top. You know what I mean? So, but now you listen to these Chinese cats, man. They busting. They busting like they. I don't even know what you saying, my boy, but this shit sound hard than the motherfucker. I tell them to get him out, get out.
yeah.
I'm
I
like,
know what
boy,
song you talking about too.
your,
Yeah,
your boy, they be chopping. You know what I mean? You go, the UK found their niche with the drill shit. You feel me? Nigga, Man's is Hot was like the start of it. Like, okay, now we don't gotta reach all the way to America no more for no music. We got some dope niggas here finally. You mean
no, for
that?
sure.
Mexico ain't never been produced a top rapper. You know what I mean? Like Bad Bunny is him and shit. Like nigga, this is
Yeah.
Future and Drake mixed into one. Now I don't even gotta listen to Drake or Future. Nigga, this nigga is killing shit, fucking shit, and spinning shit. Love it.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like I was gonna say too, it was crazy. It was like you see a lot of like there's a lot of other old artists that were not old like that, but they're just not really around anymore. That they tapped into the Latin market and they started going and doing reggaeton and doing all that and hopping on that wave. And now they shit went back up on the charts. So I was like, that's weird to see that because you would never see that from them going towards y'all. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's just kind of different. That market though is popping right now though for sure. That market is popping right now. Bad Bunny, all the other people that are popping out of there for sure. But boom. I'm gonna say which song would you want them to hear off your channel, bro?
Play Finding My Zone, bro.
Right here. Oh
That
shit, my
visual,
bad.
it's right there. that visual is crazy.
Like the drones all gone, trying to find my zone. I'm in war with myself, I can fight my calm. Trying to need a piece of ocean, then I rode away back. Like I'm blessings at the crossroads, trying to find his way back. Like the drones all gone, trying to find my zone. I'm in war with myself, I can fight my calm. Trying to need a piece of ocean, then I rode away back. Like my blessings at the crossroads, trying to find his way back. The game is scoping and freeze, cause it's stick up. My wife and kids confused when I go flatline. I can see new seasons through the dark time. I can balance both the light and dark side. You can't split them up, no more apartheid. At the lineage of King Solomon. Papa leg, but always been McCarlin. Elohim, the return of being guarded. Moon, Ra means horse. Libra gain the balance from the force. The last pure pieces of the source. Life is pure when eating from the source. This how God been looking, I'm a force. Simply tied and whammy with your Annie. 2 fingers while they take it, stand me. Step back, create the space. Like the shows all gone. Trying to find my zone. I'm in war with myself. I can fight my calm. Trying to dig a piece of ocean. Then I rode away back. Like I'm blessings at the crossroads. Trying to find his way back. Like the drones all gone. Trying to find my zone. I'm in war with myself. I can fight my calm. Trying to dig a piece of ocean. Then I rode away back. Like my blessings at the crossroads, trying to find his way back. I can see the show is getting boring. I can see their ethics code deforming. I can see the demons in spaces, angels orbit. See it in your faces if you torture. Listen in and lean a little closer. I can smell your secrets through aromas. I can see your weakness through your aura. Elohim, I jumped up off the Torah. Spotting signs of fake love important. Having friends is great, but never force it. I can see the shadows getting darker. That just means my problems getting larger. These days, shorty want our ball like a shorty can't pay our own rent, but she won't YSL St. Laurent. Like the drones all gone. Trying to find my zone. I'm in war with myself. I can fight my calm. Trying to dig a piece of ocean. Then I rode away back. Like I'm blessings at the crossroads. Trying to find his way back. Like the drones all gone. Trying to find my zone. I'm in war with myself. like a fight my clown. Trying to deep in this ocean. Then I rode away back. Like my blessings at the crossroads. Trying to find his way back.
Yes, I. Big up to my Jai Rastafari.
Oh yeah, the visuals went stupid. The visuals went stupid, brazy. That shit, for
That's the
sure.
benefit of shooting at the golden hour. That's the benefit of shooting at
Oh,
the
when the
golden
lights
hour.
out, like when the lights out, you're saying, or what was
The
the golden
golden
hour?
hour, the golden hour starts an hour before and after sunset. So,
Okay,
like that wasn't video edited. You know what I mean? That was just pure use to the golden hour. So it's an hour before and after sunset is the best time to shoot. It makes
okay,
it makes the colors more vibrant.
okay. Yeah, yeah. No, I was gonna say that didn't look like it was editing with the lighting. That looked like real lighting. That's all I was gonna say. Like that shit look. Yeah. Nah, for sure, for sure. So is that like when you typically shoot your visuals as on the hour? What was it again? Shit,
It's
the
called the
sun
golden hour, Brody.
golden hour. Okay, yeah, yeah. Is that when you usually typically shoot your visuals on the golden hour?
Yes. As a dark skin, you know what I mean. The best way you can set yourself up for success is shooting around the golden hour. It looks good on my skin tone. It look good on everybody's skin tone. That's why they call it the golden hour. But it's like a free lighting effect for me to make sure that I pop out and I show up cleanly and clearly. Because a lot of times, like if the lighting is not right, you kind of just look dusty
Yeah.
in the footage. The footage is dark and without the
Mhm.
I don't know. It's hard to explain. You know
No,
what I
I
mean?
can
But
understand what you're saying. It's just more and more. It makes you stand out a little bit more, like the like glowing a little bit more. So, like you said, vibrant. It's just
yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
brightness, just the
It makes you
brightness.
more prominent. It make you more
That part.
prominent. You know what I mean? Like the lighting just helps for the dark skin tones.
Okay, for sure, for sure. Is that the only one that you wanted to do? You want to do one more, and we could, or one or two more, and then
Yeah.
we get up out of
Play that.
here.
I'm
You
looking at I'm looking at that I'm looking at that Papa leg bar, that last one on the right. That one was shout out my nigga Blickadoo
Went
for the
down to the
help with the
river Jordan,
pyrotechnics.
where
Oh,
John
okay, for the fire.
baptized three.
Yeah.
When I walked the devil in hell, says Johnny
Johnny
baptized me.
baptized me.
I say, roll,
Roll, roll, roll.
Okay. Yeah, that was another dope one for sure, for sure. That was another dope one for sure, for sure, for sure. What I was gonna ask too, bro, is do you have like a little bit of a like a cannabis brand going, bro, or nah?
I'm a brand ambassador for a company called Baba Cool. Uh,
Okay.
I call it gas in the jar, man. Put it in a plane, bike, or a car to take you just as far. But
Uh, hell
it's
yeah.
it's it's not my brand. It's a small brand, so there's not too many people involved in the company. So we're close. It's about five of us to make the company run around in circles. But it's not my brand personally. I just happen to push the product and make the product look good. We have a symbiotic relationship.
Okay, okay. And they're just like they're just e-commerce like online, or they have like a dispensary spot.
So I go to multiple different dispensaries for our products and all the cookies and Dagos and Dr. Green Thumbs and
Okay, yeah. Dr.
a
Green
couple
Thumb.
other little spots. You feel me? But we're a single source company. Everything is in house. You feel me? We grow it, push it, distribute it, jar it, can it, whatever we got
Okay,
to do. It's all handled in house. Yeah, we're all the way up and down the bay to Dago. So
okay. Nah, for sure, for sure. All right. You want to do one more, bro, or you think that was it right there?
shit, man. Pick one that you like, or which one you like the most, and we can get out the door on that. We're almost about an hour. Which one you like the most?
I was gonna I was messing with that the three eyes, bro.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites right there. Open up my third eye and seen the world don't lost its spidey sense.
Just because like it kind of spoke to me, and that's why I was saying back in the beginning of the conversation is like I look at music like therapy, bro. So it's like I feel like you're painting it, you like to with your bars, you like to paint pictures a lot, but it's also like you could close your eyes, put your headphones on, you feel me, and you could picture what you're saying for real, bro, like as a therapy type of thing. Say like you having a bad day, right? Type of shit where you having a bad day, you might be thinking like certain people, they go through a lot of different mental health issues these days. You feel me? Depression, anxiety, whatever. They might be feeling suicidal. This might be something to speak to them real quick to try to get them out of that.
I say to people, I specialize in drug music. And when I say drug music, I don't mean the usage of drugs as a recreational thing. I mean like when you are when you in need of just leaning back and being fucked off. Like I'm so drunk right now and I just need to lean back and close my eyes and listen to the same one song that speaks to my soul. You know what I mean? When you fucking leaned up, slumped over, you don't want
Yeah,
nothing
type
else in
shit.
your life but this music in your ears is your peace and your tether to the world. You feel me? It's keeping you sane. It's keeping you alive. It's keeping you going. I feel like I specialize in that music. I'm all by myself in my own zone, trying to get myself better.
Nah,
If
for
that's
sure.
where your mindset's at, that's the music I feel like I specialize in. And this is one of those songs where you can feel like you can internalize it.
Okay, no, for sure. Yeah, yeah. I definitely feel like you give a lot of like a euphoric type of vibe, bro. Like like almost like you're closing, like certain like you said, drug music. It's more so like I feel like like the trip you get off of like you take a shroom, right? You're
Hmm.
feeling euphoric, you're feeling out of your body, kind of, but you still what's going on, but you're more one with the energy. I feel
Yep,
like you're producing big energy with the bars and with the vibrations on that type of tip.
it's my favorite word.
For sure.
Vibrations.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, what does the world go off of? What you mean, man? Come on now. I mean, shit, we could go and talk about that stuff for hours, bro. But once somebody really realizes that, I feel like it's a different look on life, though. But boom.
Hmm.
Open up my third eye and seen the world don't lost its spidey sense. Open up my third eye and seen the world don't lost its spidey sense. Opened up my third eye, seen the world, don't lost its spidey sense. Breathe the word to save the culture, this fruit is like a vitamin. Almost lost my essence in the world that ain't providing it. So much effervescence in the soul to just keep trying to win. Couldn't walk a mile in my shoes I got from Chinaman. Fifth Avenue on downtown, I really got it from Chinaman. Remember turning my nose up at that food that came from the government. Someone give me that block of that there cheese to make this butter with. Or I'm gonna bake that cake to get that cream, you know that butter with. Make the money double before I buy myself a better whip. Still don't rock with Babylon, but all things in my government. I lit up at sessions, light it up and say sessions. Anything for the gram, huh? I can see the obsession. I can see with my third eye. Y'all ain't ready for progression. Finally made 100 grand, huh? 100 bottles in your section. Finally made it to your last, huh? Ain't nobody stand next to you. I can see with my third eye. Life is so disrespectful. Negatives can affect you. Careful who you stand next to. These days, what I love you. Don't even feel special. I scraped on my last, then gave them my last. I seen them all leave me. Scream for help on my last, bro. I hopped in that foreign. They hopped on that last, bro. Remember days I was class clown. Sick of hearing them all laughing. Mexican on my elbows, they still trying to get past me. Like standing in camera lens, I'm still trying to get flashy. Dirty nigga from the sandbox, I'm still black and I'm ashy. Reebok boy, I'm classic. Two puff and I'm passing. Third eye on glass. My mind so active.
This is a miracle. I am a miracle. I made it. You niggas try to take me out. You try to stop me from what I was supposed to be. You try to plant a seed in my brain that wasn't supposed to be there. But I grew from the concrete.
Yeah, that one right there. Okay, for sure, bro. Appreciate you, gracing us with your presence, bro, on the platform. It's been a pleasure for sure. Definitely a dope conversation. I feel like a lot of people are gonna definitely mess with this one, bro. We talked about a lot of different things. Maybe some people could get some game in some of the stuff you were saying, with the artists and stuff like that. People that just started off doing the music, to kind of know how to, maneuver and stuff like that. Yeah, it's a wiggle.
Yeah.
That part, bro.
Blessings and big up yourself.
Yep. Blessings, bro. You have a good one. Let everybody know where they can find you at one more time, then we'll end it.
Hey, man, make sure y'all type in Teddy Benson, man, Teddy. You feel me? The Benson guy, Benson. You can find me anywhere. I'm going to be the first one to pop up. I'm Mr. Sessions himself. Feel the vibe and hear the separation, man. Feel the vibe and hear the separation. Yes, sir.
All right. Blessings, bro. Have a good one. Yep. Peace.